Hello and welcome to our read aloud video for today. I'm super excited about this book. It's a really great book, but it's kind of long, so I'm going to be skipping a few pages and probably not reading everything on each page. But let me show you what we're reading. Today we are reading What If You Had Animal Hair? That's crazy! This book is What If You Had Animal Hair, and it's written by Sandra Markle, and it's illustrated by Howard McWilliam. What if you had animal hair? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. What if one day when you woke up, the hair on your head wasn't yours? What if overnight a wild animal's hair grew in instead? Start with a polar bear. So you can see we've got this section, we've got this section, we've got this. I'm gonna stick to mostly this part and probably skip the rest, but you can always find this book online and read it yourself. Polar bear. A polar bear has a double coat of hair to keep it warm. There's a woolly undercoat close to the bear's skin. Above that is a top coat made of 6-inch long, stiff, oil-coated hairs. A polar bear's hair looks as white as Arctic snow because the top coat hairs are hollow and clear. They reflect the light just like snow. I'm going to sit over here. If you had polar bear hair on your head, you could play outdoors in cold, wet weather and never need a hat. Man, what a great way to keep them warm and dry. It's just the hair on their head. Genius. Next animal, reindeer. Reindeer are real. A reindeer has a double coat too. It also has a lot of hair, as many as 5,000 outer hairs per square inch. It's like this big. Each long, stiff outer hair has a hollow core. These hairs trap air. In addition to keeping the reindeer warm, its hair helps this heavy animal float in the water. And it says, if you had reindeer hair, swimming would always be easy, even in the roughest of waters. So the hair on the reindeer actually helps it swim. It's crazy. All right, I'm going to skip a few pages and go to our next animal, an oryx. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. A scimitar horned oryx has hair that is just right for its African desert home. The oryx's pale-colored coat reflects sunlight and keeps it from overheating. The hairs are also so short that any cool breezes easily reach its skin. If you had scimitar horned oryx hair, you'd never need a comb or a brush. Even if you rolled on the ground, your hair would be too short to tangle or collect dirt. So this animal has hair that's like opposite from the polar bear and the reindeer. It doesn't help keep it warm, it helps keep it cool by letting the wind get to its skin. We have two more animals. Three-toed sloth. A three-toed sloth's hair often looks green. Can you see that? Because little plants called algae grow all over it. Sloths live in damp rainforests and rarely move, making their bodies a good place for algae to live. However, having green hair isn't a bad thing. Green hair helps sloths blend into their homes in the treetops and hide from predators as jaguars and harpy eagles. So even though it's got green hair and bugs in it, that's a good thing. It helps it blend in. This one says, if you had three-toed sloth hair, you'd never be alone. Because of the algae, your hair would be home to many different kinds of harmless insects. Cool. Our last animal is a porcupine. This is the one from the cover. A porcupine has a normal coat, but it also has special hairs too, called quills. Quills are stiff, needle-like hairs. If attacked, barbs on the end of each quill poke into the enemy's skin. Then even when they separate, the porcupine's quills stay stuck in the enemy. Good to know. So this porcupine protects itself from predators by the pokey quills, whereas the sloth protects itself from predators by blending in. If you had a porcupine's quills, bullies would never bother you. Wild animal hair could be cool for a while, but you don't use your hair to stay afloat or confuse predators. You don't need your hair to change with the seasons, be a helmet, or lie flat in every direction, and you'll never defend yourself with your hair, no matter what. So, if you could keep wild animal hair for more than a day, which kind would be right for you? It's a good question. I hope you enjoyed learning about a couple of animals from our book. You can find this book online if you want to learn about the rest of them, and I hope that you had fun. Bye.